If any of you have made this mistake, it's totally fine because I've made this mistake 1,000 times. If you go to a company and they're telling you about all their collaboration issues and you're like, wow, yeah, you guys really have major, like it's up here. Like this company is messed up. You are like completely shooting yourself in the foot, and you're doing what I would call like bad bedside manner as a facilitator. I told a story in the last in-person training that I changed my dentist recently. The reason is my dentist, every time she has to do a new procedure on me, she's like, why are your teeth like, because I grew up in Ireland, dental care was just eating more chocolate and drinking more Coca-Cola. That was like the actual dental care from my country. And so I moved to Germany when I was 20, and dentists are like horrified when they're seeing how many fillings I have and all of this. And so I have this dentist, and she just every single time I go there, she's like, wincing. She's telling me how bad my teeth are, how like bad a job the dentists in Ireland did. And she's just basically making me feel like shit and freaking me out as well. So I don't want to go back. And so now I moved to a new dentist. I like researched dentist for anxious patients, and she has the same mouth to deal with, the same fucking messed up teeth. But she's like, it's totally fine. Like, it's really not an issue. We're going to solve it. Here's what we need to do. And the crazy thing is, I am now flossing more than I've ever flossed in my entire life for the last month, just because this person has encouraged me versus just filling me with massive amounts of fear. My other dentist is like, in 10 years, if it keeps going like this, all of your teeth are going to fall out and you're going to have to do this and this and this. And I'm like, oh. And this new one is like, literally, what we'll do is we're just going to try this for 1 week. Then I come back and she's like, it's so much better. And then we come back. And she also says, this is normal. A lot of people have these issues. It's not just Irish people. We also have people from Germany who grew up with teeth issues like this. And I'm like, oh my God, it's not just me. So when I go to a company, one of the biggest difference, and I've only been doing this since March 2023. I just remember because I assume it's okay. I went and did we work with a company, a bank in the US and I went and I did a talk, which I'd been working with them for a few years. And, the usual conversations were coming up, collaboration and this issue and this issue and this issue. And usually I would say, yeah, that sucks. And, yeah, this is like, we really need to fix this. Like, this is, it's not good that you guys don't get to do that. And this time I was like, you know what, guys? I just came from this company and this company and this company, and everyone has these problems, and that's completely normal. And it does not mean your company is broken. And believe me, if you go to another company, you're going to have the same problem. So we just need to look at improving it within these teams, and we can do that. And it's not crazy difficult. And we don't need to improve the entire company. All we need to do is make these really small changes, and it's going to be more enjoyable for everyone. Completely change the game. Rather than the end of the session being kind of people being like on my side, but also a little bit pissed off. In this case, I feel like I gave them a bit more of an empowerment for themselves that they can make this happen, which is also the truth. I think the problem was that in the past, I used to think companies needed like complete overhauls of their entire culture to make collaboration work better. Whereas now I see that's completely unrealistic, because a company is like, you've probably heard this, it's like a massive ship. And to change anything, if you make one turn, it takes years and years and years for it to turn. Now I think it's just about, for our job as facilitators, the way I look at it is, if I can just make one team enjoy their work more than they used to before, with that mindset, I end up getting booked multiple more times than usual for one company. Because another team is like, God, let's bring Jonathan in when we do this. Let's bring Jonathan in when we do that. Versus, yeah, there's this guy who can help with collaboration, but it's really tough and it will be really tiring. And he'll tell us how much we suck. Corporates already feel bad enough about their collaboration issues without us coming in and telling them that their companies are broken. Because they're not. Like, every single, just humans coming together is a problem. And if you bring 35,000 humans under one organization or more, of course, we're just not built for that. And I think coming in with massive amounts of, I hate using the word empathy, but it's the right word, massive amounts of empathy and understanding, and saying, guys, this is totally fine. And we're going to be able to work with this. It's just a different mindset. We, in our ECS handbook, I'll just show you this here. In the mindset section, we call it, so when we're looking at this unshakability, the unshakable facilitator, we call it having this extremely optimistic mindset, not just for yourself, but for your client, giving them the feeling that it's actually going to be fine. Like, you don't need to give up. Your company is not broken. This will be actually fine. And believe me, like, the people hiring you also don't want you coming in saying everything's broken. If you do that, and I know this because I was a UX designer getting put into companies for the first 6 years of my career, they'll also know that you're an amateur because anybody who's at the company who's been to other companies knows that it's broken everywhere. And if you come in and make it seem like it's only broken there, they'll know that you just haven't been around enough to see the chaos. So yeah, it's broken everywhere.